day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, members of the Chacha Nation, and all music lovers across the globe. My name is Hafeestonova, your musical plug, the creator of the Energy Force, and of course, the African Music Amplifier. Welcome to a brand new season of the Chacha Album Review Series on your award-winning podcast, Chacha Music Review Podcast. And if you're listening to me for the first time, the Chacha Music Review Podcast is where I amplify the African sound by bringing the best of African music into your ears. So trust me when I say nobody does it better than Hafeestonova right there on the Chacha Music Review Podcast. I want to say a big shout out to every Chacha gang that reached out to me while the podcast was on break. For those of you that was asking, oh, when are we going to get a new episode? Oh, my weekend seems bored without listening to an episode. Well, like I said, a brand new season is here, a brand new episode is here, and trust me when I say I'll be giving it to you back to back to back, because a whole lot of music has been coming out from the continent of Africa. And of course, as your musical plug, I got the pluguna inside them one by one.
Roses are red, rhythm and blues, Afro with beats, hip and hop. You're listening to the Chacha Music Review Podcast with Hafeestonova, the musical plug, the creator of the Energy Force, African Music Amplifier.
Let's talk about Burna Boy. Yes, the African giant himself, the man who is not planning on slowing down or showing any sign of weakness at all. Now, if there's one thing I like about Burna Boy is the fact that he's one of those few artists that will boast about how good he is and backs it up, with his music. The fumble, right? He's always there. The music is always there to tell. Now, from the first track of this album that is titled No Sign of Weakness, I knew that I was in for a ride, and oh boy, Burna Boy took me all the way, and I won't lie to you, I swear, I no panic, not at all. Now, after months of teasing us, concerning the release of his new album, Burna Boy finally dropped, his latest project titled No Sign of Weakness. And oh boy, Burna Boy really burnt us from the get-go. I'm not going to lie to you. From the beginning of the album, it was hot, fire. Shout out to P2J for the production of the song. Those guitar strings on those drums, man, you really went nuts. And Burna Boy, just brought out that raw and arrogant side of his, and he killed the song straight up. What song am I talking about? I'm talking about the first song, on the album, which is titled No Panic. And, the song that followed up after that is titled No Sign of Weakness. And Burna Boy didn't even quench our thirst. It just maintained that same rawness with the grit of, hip-hop inspiration from production coming from OTIS. Now, before I continue about the album, let me just quickly mention some details and some information about the album. Like I said, the album is titled No Sign of Weakness. The album was released on the 10th of July 2025. The album has 16 tracks, and the album, has a running time of about 47 minutes. The album features the likes of Scott, Mick, Jagger, Stromae, Shaboozey, and the production credit goes to the likes of P2J, OTIS, Telz, Dre, SkullMajor, Seven, Niph, MDS, Stromae, and Snitch. Those were the people, that worked, on the production of the song. Now, like I was saying, if there's one thing I like about this album is the rawness that Burna Boy, brought to this album. And if there's always one thing I like about Burna Boy album is the fact that he's always using it to pass a message. Mostly, to his doubters, right? Those people we don't feel say, go feel make them, or maybe those where they doubt inability, or those with the doubt internet. Burna Boy, they always use in album, they always pass message, to them. And that's exactly what he did, on this album with songs like No Panic, No Sign of Weakness, just to show you that, I'm still there. And you could tell his talent is top notch. You can't dispute Burna Boy's talent. Another song that I like on this album is the song titled Ta Ta Ta, which features, Scott. Insane production. This is one song I feel like a lot of people might probably not sleep on the album, because it's a song that talks about, sexual performance and all of that. And the production, again, like I said, the conga drums, everything is just, is just insane. Another song on the album that I love, I think this is probably going to be, my most favorite song, or my favorite song, on the album, is the song titled, Empty Chair. This is another hip-hop inspired song. Burna Boy talked about, real life experiences on this song, took us on some deep, shit, especially on that second verse. And I can't lie to you, the song enter my body. Like, I felt it. If you're looking for that song where if it talks, okay, that Grammy song, in my own opinion, I feel like this is that Grammy song, on the album. This is the song that I should point to. The song has everything from production, to lyrics. Everything is just so on point. Another favorite song that I like on the album, or let me say another song that I like on the album is all titled Dem Day. I mean, from that Lagbaja sample, I knew the song was going to be a dope song, and then Burna Boy also sang, and it just bust my brain, bust my ear. Every time I listen to the song, I just feel so like I get musical orgasm. And shout out to Telz for the production of the song. You totally killed it. Those alto drums that you brought at the end was just, totally insane. Now, one thing is certain. Nobody can take away what Burna Boy has done. His talent, his creativity, his input, his impact in Nigerian and African music, and even in world music, cannot be taken away from him. This album is also more hip-hop inspired, than his previous, album. Yes, of course. I mean, there's Afrobeat on this album, there's Afrofusion, there's reggae, or should I even say there's dancehall, on that song that is titled, Sweet Love, something for the women to enjoy. But all in all, the album feels very, very much hip-hop, inspired, right? Now, this album is a statement to everyone that might be thinking, oh, Burna Boy is done, like, I waiting you won't do again. Well, Burna Boy just showed you that there's no sign of weakness anywhere. And, I'm not going to say this is his best work, but then again, this is not an album that you pick and you say, oh, no, you don't do anything. Yeah, I mean, it came through on the album expectedly. I'm not even going to lie. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything less. Maybe I was expecting something more, right? But I wasn't expecting anything less. It's a great album, all in all, from the production to the tracks to the lyrics. Everything is a very, very good album. The rating of the album is going to be a 7/10. With that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, members of the Chacha Nation, and all music lovers across the globe, I have come to the episode of the Chacha Album Review Series on the Chacha Music Review Podcast. Remember, till I come here with another episode, my name will always remain Hafeestonova, your musical plug, the creator of the Energy Force, and of course, the African Music Amplifier.
Hafeestonova. You wanna know?